Sawasdee krap.
Yeah. Ambassador, as the Thai ambassador, U.S. ambassador to Thailand, you are the first political appointee in like 40 years. What do you have? What brought you this position?
That's correct. I think I'm the first political ambassador since 1972, if I remember correctly. My appointment really reflects President Trump's focus on the priority of the U.S.-Thai relationship. And particularly, he also wants me to focus on the economic partnership as one of the three pillars of the strategic relationship. My background has been helping American and Western companies expand and invest in Asia for the last 20 years. I plan on continuing to help American and Western companies expand into Thailand as the United States ambassador to Thailand.
Of course, you are famous for the mergers and acquisition and negotiations, so it's about trade. Do you have any particular areas you are looking to tackle in Thailand?
Well, I think in Thailand there's a lot of areas. I think the two areas that I'm particularly focused on the economic side, are energy and digital. I want to support as much as I can the Royal Thai government's Thailand 4.0 initiative and try to make sure we increase the digital connectivity and the investments from American digital companies into Thailand. I also believe in energy. There's a lot of interesting opportunities. One area that I'm focusing on is the overlapping claims area, a very large gas field between Thailand and Cambodia, and seeing whether there's any opportunities that we can unlock the massive potential in that gas field and allow those resources to be developed.
When you talk about energy, environmental issues will come. How do you prepare to handle it?
I think Thailand, like most countries, should look at all forms of energy. Clearly, renewables are an important form of energy. But the need for the Mekong countries for energy cannot be supported only by renewable energies. And so gas is a very good alternative and can be developed in a very economically friendly way.
Energy and digital will be your top priorities, or what else?
Well, on the economic side, there are two of the ones that I'm focusing on initially. Infrastructure projects and other manufacturing are a big focus of mine. One of the real opportunities that Thailand has at the moment is to be able to draw supply chains that previously had been in China into Thailand. Vietnam has been very successful at that in the last few years. Thailand now should also be successful at that, and we're trying to encourage more American and Western companies to move their manufacturing and supply chains to Thailand.
People are concerned about the trade war. How do you evaluate it?
Well, I actually think the trade war is one of the opportunities that brings the supply chains out of China into Thailand. But quite honestly, China has been using its unfair trade practices to the detriment of the U.S. and many countries for a long time. So we're very happy to have reached a Phase 1 agreement with China and are in the process of negotiating a Phase 2. So hopefully we can improve the overall situation.
What about the politics in Thailand? Some people are not happy saying that the U.S. is interfering in Thai politics for too much over like the past decade. How do you, what's your plan about Thai politics?
We, America, support democracy. We support the institution of democracy and fundamental freedoms. We do not support any party or any individual. We want to try to work with the various portions of the government and the various interested persons to develop a better capacity for democracy in Thailand. For example, a few months ago, we hosted here all of the recently elected members of parliament that were newly elected and had never served in government before, to help introduce to them some of the principles of representative democracy and what it means to be a representative of people. And I'm looking forward to trying to welcome some more of them back to the U.S. and bring them to Congress, to the halls of Congress and the Senate, and help them see what American democracy is like.
You said you support democracy. What about Thailand's democracy? Is it democratic now?
The elections of March of last year, we certified in July as having stood up a democratically elected government. Every democracy is different. Every democracy is challenging. Democracy, quite honestly, is messy at times. But Thailand is also a young democracy and is developing, and we're looking to help Thailand continue down its road continuing road toward democracy.
For Thailand, what's your impression for the country right now? Not like stereotypically the land of smiles, just that.
I mean, I have been very impressed with Thailand so far. I've been to Thailand off and on since 1997, so it's not my first time here. I've always loved the country, but it is my first time living here, and I have found living here to be very welcoming and very interesting. I think, quite honestly, Thailand is a very important country within ASEAN and within the Indo-Pacific. So it's a very important time to be the United States ambassador to Thailand, because Thailand really is the fulcrum to Indo-Pacific and to the important strategic aspects of the Indo-Pacific strategy.
How will you enhance Thailand's role in ASEAN with the U.S. relations?
We really look to encourage Thailand to play a leadership role in ASEAN. For example, along the Mekong River, we've been cooperating, the Drug Enforcement Administration, the United States Drug Enforcement Administration, has been cooperating with the Royal Thai Police and the various portions of the Royal Thai Police on drug interdiction and investigations along the border and up into the Shan State in Burma. We've now been helping the Royal Thai Police work together with their Myanmar counterparts and their counterparts in Laos, so that Thailand's playing a leadership role trying to address some of these transnational criminal issues that are ongoing. So that's just one example, but we're really trying to work with Thailand to play a leadership role in the Mekong and in ASEAN.
China has the Belt and Road Initiative, and you have the Blue Dot Network. How will you link it with Thailand?
We have a lot more than the Blue Dot Network. The Blue Dot Network is a method to certify transparent, open, market-based infrastructure projects to then encourage private capital to invest in them. The U.S. government, we also now have 3 other tools in our toolkit. We have the International Development Finance Corporation, which has been capitalized at $60 billion and didn't exist up until end of last year. We have the reauthorization of the U.S. Export-Import Bank, which again was not functioning as a financer of large-scale development until the middle of last year when it was reauthorized. And we also have the U.S. Trade and Development Agency. So we have these tools that we will be using to promote transparent, market-based, economically viable infrastructure projects.
Will the U.S. election affect the policy about Thai-U.S. relations?
I do not think it will. We're very fortunate that the Indo-Pacific strategy of the Trump administration enjoys bipartisan support. This was indicated back in 2018 with the Asia Reinsurance Initiative Act, which was a broad bipartisan congressional act underlying and supporting President Trump's initiatives in the Indo-Pacific.
This year and the next few years, what will be the big events that we are doing to promote the Thai-U.S. relations?
Well, one of the areas in strategic relations is our military exercises. I was very pleased that my first official engagement after my letters of credence were accepted was to go to Cobra Gold, to the 39th annual Cobra Gold exercises, and participate in both the humanitarian civic exercise, where a multi-use facility for a school at Ban Krang was built by the U.S., Thai, and Singaporean military engineers. And then on the final day to participate and observe the CALFEX live fire exercises. So from the strategic aspect, our military-to-military engagements and our exercises are critically important and will be continuing on an ongoing basis.